Alright, YouTube, what's happening? We are finishing up with a review here on the T.Kell knives striker. Did an unboxing a couple weeks ago, and I've been able to use this knife, carried it quite a bit, so I can give it a full usage, full review now. And I've got some usage footage. What is that? Footage. It's like footage and video together that I'll bring into the review as well. But I just want to start off by talking about kind of some specs on the knife, and we'll kind of go from there. So the striker is this model. He's got quite a few knives. He's got about 15 different models, so quite a bit. They're all custom made fixed blades. Again, I did receive this from T.Kell Knives. They offered it to me as a review, so I'd sure gladly check one out. So I went on, he's like, pick a model. It was actually kind of hard. I was really looking at the Night Stalker CQC, the Nightshade, and then there's quite a few knives I was looking at. He's got a lot of good models. So once you pick a model from him, you can then customize the knife, like with what kind of grips you want. You have black, OD green, and then these high vis bullet is what he calls them, or they have the grenade texture, which is what this is, in all kinds of different colors. I mean, tons of different colors. Like, I can't even list them all. I'll put a link in the description to his website because there's so many color options. The sheath is actually one of my favorite parts of this knife. Where so many fixed blades get it wrong, this definitely gets it right. He does hand make these sheaths right in his shop, and I've added an ulti clip because I'm not carrying it horizontal. It comes carrying horizontal, so you can conceal it along your belt line, which is a lot of ways I wouldn't normally do that, but I carry appendix now, and I don't really have the room there to do that, so I carry this in my side pocket of my 5'11" pants. And I'll show you what I mean. So the Flex Defenders, these are the range pants, but the jeans, everything, they have this hip pocket right here on the side. And so I carry my knife like so. I'll just do the sheath for now. Clip the sheath right here with the ulti clip. Doesn't go anywhere once you pry that sucker open. These suckers are tight. So you just get it in there like so. Clips on, knife rides in the sheath. It's concealed by your shirt, as long as you're not tucked in, which I don't usually tuck in my shirts. And it conceals it nicely on my side pocket, and I carry it offhand, my left side, and I actually have it oriented so it's a reverse grip, so when I grab it out of the sheath, I grip like this. So, but you know, lots of different options on the sheath. Ulti clips do fit. This is the Slim 3.3. It does not come with this, but it does come with the holes for it, which is great. So a lot of sheaths don't. So yeah, you can add an ulti clip, or you can utilize the horizontal sheath. Like I said, the sheath itself is one of my favorite parts. Just how well it works. It's molded perfectly to the knife, so it's not overly big. Sometimes sheaths are just like super wide, and I'm like, I don't understand why. Well, here's a good example. So I have this Benchmade Sock P Mini, and I ordered a Artemis carry sheath for it. I think it's Artemis, I think that's how you say it. And it's just a little wide. I mean, it just doesn't need to be as wide for this knife. I mean, this sheath probably is the same width. Yeah, about the same width as that for a much skinnier blade. So, and that's a good quality sheath. But I'm talking more like factory sheaths that come with a lot of knives. So the size of it's really nice, but the retention is fantastic. It's easy. It has this thumb disc that you kind of push away, and that's how you open it. Now, the way I carry it, I just pull, and it works just fine. But it pops out really easily. It has, listen to this click. I mean, it has nice click. There's no rattle. It's not going anywhere. It's just a really well-made sheath. And it comes off really easy when you need the knife. So really dig the sheath. Very well done on that. So the price on this guy is $200 for the striker. If you get the ambidextrous clip, it's an extra $10, so $210. So no big deal. No big add-ons or anything. So you get a custom fixed blade with, this is nearly a 4-inch blade. It's 3.875 inches with a 7.875 overall length. It runs a 1095 steel, nickel boron, battle worn coated on the coating. I did put this knife through quite a bit of abuse, probably more than you probably should, but that's one reason I like to test knives. Or one way I like to test knives. So let's go ahead and roll that footage in, and we'll wrap it up. All right, we're out here testing the T.Kell knife striker. Gonna stab. This keyboard went out on me today. So we're just gonna test this grip in this kind of motion, see how it holds up, see how the amended edge holds up. Because this thing's busted on me today at work, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stab it. Here we go. We're gonna see if we slip it all on this grip. I got a glove on just for safety's sake, just in case my hand does slip on the blade. Yeah, it did that one. I think it did slip that time. Hard to tell though. These gloves are a little thick for this blade. I blunted the tip, but it's a resilient keyboard, man. I have blunted the tip, but it didn't break on me. That's good. More. Alright, so let's look at the damage. So you can see the tip is blunted. I don't think it broke though. No, it didn't break. So, one sharpening. Well, I might have broken. Yeah, I might have broken the very, very, very tip, but that's harder. You know, this is designed as a defensive. Take this glove off. Designed as a defensive knife, and if you have to, use it for that, you're not gonna be stabbing into hard things. I was more just testing the grip to see if it slipped, which it never really did. And I was wearing a glove, so I think you get even better grip with bare hands with this. So let's do some more utility stuff now. Should I stab those pillow cushions? That's weak sauce. Of course, it's going to do good on that. Why am I tilting so much? prime. Little block of wood. Let's see how it does. Some really hard old wood. The ergels are really good in hand. Feels super good. No hot spots anymore. Yeah, see, I've got just enough of a guard there for my hand. It's not going to slip. Really stabbing into that. Yeah, I think it's just a good overall user blade. I mean, obviously it could be used as a defensive EDC, but also just as an overall good blade to have on you at all times. This is a good overall EDC blade, even if you have to do some woods. Not the best handle. I wish it was a little bit bigger for, if you had to use it for any kind of bushcraft task. It's not designed that way, so it's not the fault of the knife or the design, but it would do in a pinch for sure. All right, you guys can see I did a lot of stabbing, piercing, with this. I did some woodwork stuff just to see if it would work as, just an overall EDC knife. Did some cardboard. It did great. Now, the knife, I think, is designed more for self-defense and being like a backup weapon to your pistol. That's the way I view it. But you could use this in a pinch for EDC tasks and to, even if you had to use it like in a survival situation for bushcraft type stuff. So not the best solution for that, but it does the job. It would be good at a pinch. So overall, I'm been very happy with the knife. The 10A5, I haven't had to sharpen it yet, but let's see if it's sharp still. These little post-it notes here. It may need a sharpening. I did put it through quite a bit by cutting. Yeah, so it's catching a little bit. Still cuts pretty good though. It came super sharp out of the box. We put a great edge on it. So easy to sharpen though, 10A5, it's a breeze. It'll sharpen up very nicely. So overall, for a custom handmade fixed blade with a really, really comfortable handle that just did an excellent job. It never slipped. The grip with this grenade texturing is super grippy. I mean, any grip I was in, I never lost my grip. Even when I was doing that piercing, I wore a glove just to be safe, never slipped up, So the grip itself is really comfortable, really nice. Now I'm a medium-sized glove, and this is a 4-finger knife, but barely. So if you have a bigger hand, you might find an issue, and there is no forward choil. So kind of keep that in mind that it's not the biggest handle. Works good for my purposes, though. So overall, guys, really impressed with this knife from T.Kell, and I just want to thank him again for sending it out to us. He's a U.S. Marine Corps veteran, makes them right here in the USA. Really good pricing for a custom fixed blade. So if you're interested in one of his models, check it out. I'll put a link to his website. He's got a new one coming out called the Mercenary that's on pre-order right now. Then he's got a bunch of other knives, like I mentioned, all fixed blades, all different, kind of more of a tactical fighting style knife, I think, than, you know, you're not going to, if you're looking for like a bushcraft knife, you know, not so much. Some of these would be good for utility. Actually, he does have a bushcraft knife called the Bushman. See, I haven't seen this one. So he does have a bushcraft style knife as well. So you do have that option if you wanted a bushcraft style knife. So he's got, again, guys, he's got tons of models, just so many. Check him out. Go follow his social medias, T.Kell Knives. I want to thank him again for sending this out to me, and that's going to wrap up the video. See you on the next one.